Om A Guru Vajradhara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Shripadra Sarva Siddhi Om.
Pachuki Buddha Dagi Lu.
Pakyukyen Kutan Dangi Lu.
Your holy body and my body, O Father.
Your holy body and my body, O Father.
Pachuki Sundan Dagi Nga.
Pakyukyen Sundan Dangi Nga.
Your holy speech and my speech, O Father.
Your holy speech and my speech, O Father.
Pachuki Tuda Dagi Yi.
Pakyukyen Tudan Dangi Yi.
Your holy mind and my mind, O Father.
Your holy mind and my mind, O Father.
Toyeme Jigdu Chingilo.
Tonyerme Chingtu Jingi Lo.
May your holy body, speech, and mind become inseparable from mine.
May your holy body, speech, and mind become inseparable from mine.
Machuki Buddha Dagi Lu.
Makyukyen Kutan Dangi Lu.
Your holy body and my body, O Mother.
Your holy body and my body, O Mother.
Machuki Sundan Dagi Nga.
Makyukyen Sundan Dangi Nga.
Your holy speech and my speech, O Mother.
Your holy speech and my speech, O Mother.
Machuki Tuda Dagi Yi.
Makyukyen Tudan Dangi Yi.
Your holy mind and my mind, O Mother.
Your holy mind and my mind, O Mother.
Toyeme Jigdu Chingilo.
Tonyerme Chingtu Jingi Lob.
May your holy body, speech, and mind become inseparable from mine.
May your holy body, speech, and mind become inseparable from mine.
Muni Muni Ma Muni Shakya Muni Soha.
Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha.
Nimondele
Sendele, Gnime Guyandele Shin, Nisentatu Dele Pe, Kuncho Sungi Jingi Lob, Kuncho Sungi Nodrutso, Kuncho
Sungi Tashi Sho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness.
So now people who coming far away need to leave soon. So I make essence of Lama Michel coming to rest, teaching, giving, sure. But I try to do one short meditation, Lama Tsong Kapa.
So today many people came from far away also to follow this course. We have been following the teaching of Lama Michel. Lama Michel will be coming today too to continue the teachings. And today I would like to lead a short meditation on Lama Tsong Kapa.
Yeah. So that means we know Lama Tsong Kapa, one of our Rinpoche lineage holder, which is no need to make explanation, but so we have to do it one meditation.
So about Lama Tsong Kapa, we don't need further information. We know who he was, and he is anyway principal lineage holder of the Lama of the Gelugpa lineage. So today we are going to meditate on his practice.
So means we say, Mingme, you repeat me. Mingme tsewe dejen cheresi.
Mime tsewer terchen cheresi.
For that is how you manage to Lama Tsong Kapa. Lama is Lama Tsong Kapa. So Lama Tsong Kapa is here. Cheresi, 4 arms cheresi. White is here. So they are coming light and nectar to you, our interferences or our problems, whatever this purification to, finally coming to here to one jealous coming to you. Also you also get your one jealousy. You are Lama Tsong Kapa also, and one jealousy. 2 here, which is white.
So now this meditation with the recitation of the first verse of the Mitsema prayer, which refers to Avalokiteshvara, to Chenrezi, we actually imagine that the Lama is in the form of Lama Tsong Kapa. His crown is Avalokiteshvara with one face and four arms, white in color, and the Buddha of compassion, and he sends out light which come to our crown and purifies all negativities and obscuration and suffering and interferences. Whatever negative energies is there is completely purified, and a duplicate of Avalokiteshvara comes from the crown of the Lama and comes into our oneself. We also can see ourselves in the form of Lama Tsong Kapa, and it comes to the crown, and it fixes itself in the crown. So a duplicate of Cheresi is on our crown too.
Cheresi means no end compassion, limited compassion. I don't know my English. So this compassion is so much. Ter means like anyway. Cheresi is compassion, like ter, like torture, like ocean, like so compassion. This Cheresi, and now you getting to you. Yeah.
So now this first verse of Mitsema, Mimetseverterchen Cheresi, refers to the great compassion of which is symbolized by Cheresi, the great compassion of all the Buddha, which is like an ocean. So it's limitless, and so it says, great, O Avalokiteshvara, great treasury of limitless compassion. And we should imagine that this blessing of compassion is received by ourselves.
You just meditate, nothing you repeat. Body and mind all full compassion receive.
So now we receive the blessing of the great compassion of Cheresi, which comes into ourselves too.
Second one, Chime Kembe Wombo Jambia. Repeat me. Chime Kembe Wombo Jambia.
Trime Kempe Wompo Jampeyan.
That means his wisdom is no dark, no shadow, no unpure, but everything pure. Chime Kembe is knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge is Chime Wombo. Best and powerful wisdom to you, like manifesting, Jambiang manifesting, which is one hand, one face, two hands, holding to sutra and salt, or coming to you, yellow, to come into you, your throat chakra, and rest sand.
So now the second verse, Drima Kempo Wompo Jampeyang, refers to Jampelyang. Jampelyang in Tibetan is Manjushri, that is to say the wisdom of all the Buddhas in the form of one kind of prince with one face and two hands in the orange color, with the sword in the right hand and the Prajnaparamita text in the left. And so Jampelyang is actually symbolizing the great wisdom without any stain, without any obscuration of all Buddha. So the verse says that you are the jewel of stainless compassion. So we imagine that this energy of stainless wisdom, so this wisdom we imagine that comes from Manjushri and in the form of rays of light and nectar coming to our own throat chakra. So we are filled up with this wisdom of immaculate wisdom of Manjushri, and then duplicate of Manjushri manifests and comes into our throat chakra.
Jime jembe omo jembe ya omo a Guru Buddha Manjushri Waka Abhisheka Next one, repeat me. Dubu Mali Jomze Savenda.
Dupu malu jonze sangueda.
That means Bajapani name. Savenda is Sangha Bajapani name. And secretary, power holder. And Dubu oath, demon, and indifference to be. Is just Namo. Name repeating also going far away. So on. Is now same to coming Lama as heart coming Vajrapani to you, light, nectar, and so on, like before. Purification to mind and nucleus emptiness and so on.
So now with the third verse, Dupumalo Janze Sanguidag, this refers to Sanguidag, which is Vajrapani, the manifestation of the secret, the manifestation of the secret power of all the Buddhas, and this Vajrapani, actually in the verse it says it has the power to destroy all the hosts of demons, even just reciting or remembering his name. And so we, through this third verse to manifest, we imagine that from the heart of the Guru, Lama Tsong Kapa, from the Vajrapani, this heart manifests blue light, blue nectar coming to our own heart chakra, entering and purifying all the oscuration, negativities, sicknesses, blockages, and negative energies, all are purified. And we receive through that the blessing of the great secret power of Vajrapani.
Yeah. Dubu Mali Jomze Savenda.
Dupu malu jonze sangueda.
Not Nirbi. Oma Guru Buddha Vajrapani Gachita Abhisheka.
Om Guru Buddha Vajrapani Chitta Abhisheka Hum.
Last one, Kanjen Kebe Zogyen Zongama.
Kanchen Kepe Tsugyen Songkapa.
What means this, Lama Tsong himself, nature of compassion, nature of Manjushri, wisdom, nature of power of the Buddhas, that means his meaning. And now is collectively blessing, body, mind, spirit, mind blessing, quality action blessing to come into many different colored nectars, Jeresi Bajapani, and Jeresi Manjushri Bajapani is coming out, absorbed to you inseparable.
So this fourth verse, Gangchen Tsong Kapa, refers to Lama Tsong Kapa, who is the embodiment of the great compassion of all the Buddhas, of the limitless wisdom and stainless wisdom of all the Buddhas, and of the spiritual power of all the Buddha, like Cheresi, Manjushri, and Vajrapani. So we imagine that from the 5 chakra of Lama Tsong Kapa comes simultaneously multicolored light and nectar coming into our own 5 chakra, purifying all oscuration, negativities, and negative karmas and bad distorted energies. All are purified, and we receive the blessing of the enlightened body, speech, and mind, quality and action, and for all of the compassion, wisdom, and spiritual power of all the Buddhas.
Repeat me. Los Antrabe, Shabla Swade.
Gangchen Kepe Zugye Tsong Kapa, Los Antrabe, Shabla Soade.
So or these two we call so human body, not Sambhava body, like not divinity body, not Sambhava body, not Dhammakaya body. We are luckily manifesting name of Lama Tsong Kapa, Los Antrabe, Samadhikriti. So we are lucky to meeting for human being level.
So through these last 2 verses, we refer to Lama Tsong Kapa as the wisest man in all the Himalaya region, and because actually the great fortune is that Lama Tsong Kapa was not a deity, was an historical being that came to earth, although he was the full compassion of all the Buddhas, the wisdom and spiritual power of all the Buddhas, still manifest with a human body, so we could contact him. We have the lineage of his teaching and all this, and so this is the great fortune that now we are having.
Actually, he is immediately to make him almost a man, do Malaju Sanda. Kanje give it Zoki Rangawa, Rendawa. Juntamil Soa Devs and Lama Tsong Kapa's right and give to his teacher Rendawa, Sakyava Lama, he give it this poetry. This Lama says, this is not me, this is you. He changed. Rendawa changed Tsong Kapa, those are the version of Soa Devs. His teacher changed to give to back to him. So it is very true Lama's blessing to this poetry.
So originally, actually, this verse, these Mitsema verses, are being written by Lama Tsong Kapa in honor to his teacher of the Sakya tradition, who was called Jetsun Rendawa, and the verse was actually continuing Gangchen Kepe Jetsun Rendawa and so on. It was little bit different. When Jetsun Rendawa received it from Lama Tsong Kapa, he said, who is really qualified to receive this praise is actually Lama Tsong Kapa, and so he wrote it back with changing Jetsun Rendawa to Lama Tsong Kapa, and changing slightly the last verse, and so it became the famous Mitsema prayer, which actually contained the blessing of both Lama Tsong Kapa and Jetsun Rendawa.
Yeah, two lamas.
Two lamas.
Teacher himself. Yeah.
So this is his teacher and himself.
Kanjen Kebe Zogi Zongamba Losan Tabi Shamla Soande Soa Depso Chondi Mudu Oma Guru Buddha Sumadi Kirti Kaya Waka Tita Kama Guna Avi Shikaya Shiri Ahung Zahung Bamho Adi Chana Adi Chidi Soa. Now we repeat it together, maximum our way.
So together we recite Mitsema in our own way. Gangchen Rinpoche, Tsong Kapa, Lama Shambla Solwande.
Mehmet Dejen Jeresi.
Mimet Sever Terchen Cherezi,
Chemeki me ombo jembeya.
Jime Kempa Wompo Jampeya,
Dubu malu jumza sawenda.
Dupu Malu Jonze Sanguida,
Kanje kebe zoge zongamba.
Ganchen Kepe Zuge Tsongapa,
Tuksumne se sangi mengila.
Tusume Se Sange Mengela,
Kanje kebe zoge zongamba.
Ganchen Kepe Zuge Tsongapa,
Osan tradition la soade.
Lozan Drape Shabla Sowade.
Maybe next time explain you have another way. Medicine Buddha manifesting to be Lama Tsong Kapa, like three Manjushiri Cheres, whatever similar, also possible to healing to.
So this version of the Mitsema prayer with the adding of the medicine
To
Buddha,
Sumnes and Sangi Mengela, yeah.
Tusumes Sangye Mengila, the verse refer to the medicine Buddha. This refer to the fact also that in this case, besides the blessing energy of Avalokiteshvara, Manjushra, and Vajrapani, we also add the form of medicine Buddha, like Lama Tsong Kapa being inseparable of the medicine Buddha and sending us the healing energy.
Yeah. Repeat it. Meme Teve Dejen Jeresi.
Mime Tsewer Terchen Cherezi,
Chemeki me ombo jembeya.
Jime Kempa Wompo Jampeya,
Dubu malu jumza sawenda.
Dupu Malu Jonze Sanguida,
Erika, it's coming, more people coming. The woman lives the sawenda. The woman lives the sawenda.
Dupu Malu Jonze Sanguida,
To me, chivo jumze sebame.
Duminchiwa Chonze Tsepame,
Kanjikebe zoge zongamba.
Ganchen Kepe Zuge Tsongkapa,
Osan tradition la soade.
Lozan Drape Shabla Sowade.
So is also, they are also joined sebame. Long life, I mean, the use also possible to do something less, I mean, many things.
So now we recite again another version of the Mitsema prayer with the added verse to Amitayus, that is to say, Tsepame, the Buddha of long life. And this is also another way, another method to use the Mitsema through adding the blessing for the long life from Amitayus being inseparable from Lama Tsong Kapa.
Sayanda Dimi Jiwa Jim, Sabama Kanjikebe, Osanta Shala Soan, Soade Sochendi, Guru Buddha, Sumadi Gidi, Kaya Wakajita, Kamaguna, Sawa City, Adikana, Adikidis. Okay? So I think, because I'm not come. Yes, yes. Yes, we do Guru Puja. Finish, rest too, then Lama is coming, continue teaching.
Same time, yeah.
And just go. Because you see, 2 days I am working with the Dan, so not able to come. Sorry. Also, I'm a little bit sick for Nathas, so this way 2 days I come less. But I did this meditation is essence of all this.
Ganden Lama Michel will come down to continue the teaching. Whoever needs to go is have a nice trip. And at the same time, I would like to tell you that these 2 days I couldn't come too much down because I was very busy with the guests, and plus I'm sick due to the Nata. And so anyway, what I gave you now is a very essence of the meditation on Lama Tsong Kapa.
So, this morning we have concluded the part of the preliminary practices, and then we conclude the part of the 7 limb prayers of the Guru Yoga of Lama Tsong Kapa. And we should now conclude the last 2 parts, which is, there are still 3 parts, which is the request for blessings, which goes through the mantra recitation. And then after that, there is the prayer on the meditation on the gradual path to enlightenment and the final absorption. So we will now see the prayer request of the mantras and the request prayer for blessings and the final absorption. We will not go through the whole explanation on the gradual path to enlightenment, basically because of timing. Okay? So we are on page number 12. So, at this part of the practice, we must do the offering of the mandala, and there are many meanings of the mandala offering, many ways of explaining it, but briefly, basically what we do is that we offer the whole universe in a pure form. One of the reasons why we do that also is that by offering the universe in a pure form, we are also creating the causes and the merits in order to be reborn in a pure land ourselves. And also it's said, like, this is a little bit something more detailed, but when we go on the path to enlightenment, there is, let's say, a Buddha land, a pure land in which we need to go after we reach enlightenment somehow. So we need to create the causes for that since this very right moment. So when we visualize both in the Tantra, when we visualize ourselves as the deity in the Pure Land and so on, we are creating the causes for that. In Tibetan it's called Shinge Takchon Cheba, which means training the Pure Land. It's like we imagine the Pure Land. So when we offer the mandala and we visualize within the whole, our hands, we visualize the whole universe. And within that, we visualize it in a very pure state, this very pure and beautiful environment. We're also familiarizing our mind with such pure state of environment, and by offering that we're also creating such causes. Okay, so we offer everything that exists, the sun and the moon, the whole solar system, and all, we imagine the whole universe within our mind, our hand, in a very pure form as we offer it to Guru Buddha, Lama Tsong Kapa. As we make this request, we will make the prayer Sashi Puki Chushi Meto Chanrera Lishini de Gempa de Sangeshin to make the Uarki Drogunamda Shin La Choprashu. This is the short version. We can also do the long version, or if we like, we can do the very short version, which is just Yidam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Okay? And by we do that, the meaning of the verse is, by virtue of offering to you, assembly of Buddhas visualized before me, this mandala built on a base, resplendent with flowers, saffron water and incense adorned with Mount Meru, and the 4 continents as well as sun and moon, may all share in its good effects. Yidam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami, O Guru Yidam, to you I offer this precious mandala. So by that, we offer the mandala as a way of a prayer request, okay? Through that, we make a request to Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa to bless us. We request Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa to bless our body, speech, mind, quality, action. We request Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa to bless us so we may develop our qualities, eliminate our defilements, so we may become one and inseparable with Lama Tsong Kapa himself, with Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa himself. So, we could go on and on about the mandala offering, but we're just going to go to the main points. And we go, after doing the mandala offering, we need to go the actual recitation of the prayer request, okay? So as we go through the part of actually reciting the mantras, we have, which is making the request of blessings, there is the actual mantra of Lama Tsong Kapa, Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Kirti Siddhi Hum, and then there is the prayer request of Lama Tsong Kapa that is used as a mantra in the sense that we repeat it many, many times, many times, and the prayer request is there are many different forms of types of visualizations that we can do here. There is not like one fixed visualization only. Papunka Rinpoche in this book, he describes mainly two types of visualizations, which are called the visualization of the 4 initiations and the visualizations, 7 different visualizations to develop 7 different types of wisdoms. Okay? So this is the main 2 forms of visualization. But actually there are many, many other different ways how we can use the mantra of Lama Tsong Kapa and the prayer request of Lama Tsong Kapa. There are many forms of visualization. There are actually 2 big volumes saying everything that you can do with the prayer of Lama Tsong Kapa, from making rain to stop raining to many healing methods and all sort of things, okay? So, we are going to go through this visualization, starting from the most simple ones and then going a little bit to the most complex ones. It will depend a little bit on the timing or the time that we have available also to see how many we are going to explain right now, okay? So, when we do the prayer request of Lama Tsong Kapa and the mantra, as I said before, there are 2 main types of visualization, the visualization of the 4 initiations and the visualization of requesting the blessings to develop the 7 different types of wisdoms, which are the 4 main wisdoms and the 3 secondary wisdoms. So, we will see the visualization regarding requesting the 4 initiations. And then if we have time, we will see the other one, okay? Basically, there are different ways how we can do this visualization, from more simple to more complex, okay? But it's actually, most of us, we already have quite some acquaintance with this sort of visualization, so it's not that difficult. So what we do is basically we visualize, starting from the more simple way of doing the visualization, we visualize Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa in front of us. From his chakras, which means from the crown, throat, heart, navel, and secret chakra emanates light. White light and nectar from the crown that absorbs into our crown, red light and nectar from the throat to our throat, blue from the heart, yellow from the navel, and green from the secret chakra. So as we visualize this, the light and nectar of the 5 colors come to our 5 chakras, purifies completely all the negativities in our 5 chakras, revitalizes our own qualities. Normally we do first, this is one way of doing the practice, especially because we are acquainted with the practice of self-healing, where we already know the 5 chakras, what are the negativities related to the 5 chakras, the qualities related to the 5 chakras, so it becomes more easy for us to do this type of visualization, okay? And we can do a certain number of mantras. We do the whole prayer. As we do the prayer request mantra, we imagine first the white light. Then we do another, let's say 777. Then we do another 7 mantras. And then we visualize the red light. Then we do more 7, and then we visualize the blue. And like this we can go on, and then we can do another 7 mantras visualizing all the 5 colors together. Okay? If we don't have that much time and we want to do it a little bit faster, we can just do some mantras visualizing the 5 colors together. Okay? If we need more emphasis on one chakra, we can keep more time making practice on that chakra also. That's also possible. Another way that we can do the practice is as we do the prayer request mantra, we visualize first white light that purifies the negativity of body from crown to crown, red light purifying the negativities of speech from throat to throat, and blue light purifying the negativities of mind from heart to heart. Okay. One way of visualization in accordance to the text of Papunka Rinpoche here, it says that we should visualize at the crown of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa, we visualize Manjushri, at the throat Avalokiteshvara, and at the heart Vajrapani. When we do first, as we do Mimetsevete, the white light from the heart of Manjushri at the crown of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa emanates, absorbs into our crown, purifies all our negativities of body. It gives us the initiation of the vase initiation, and then by the end of it, the emanation of Manjushri comes and absorbs into our crown. Then, when we go to the next mantras, we go to the throat chakra of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa, Sumati Kirti, and from his throat chakra there is Avalokiteshvara, from which red light emanates, coming to our throat, purifying all the negativities of speech, and giving us what's called a secret initiation. Then after that, then Avalokiteshvara absorbs into our throat. Then from the heart, Vajrapani, blue light and nectar, comes from the heart of Vajrapani, the heart of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa, absorbs at our own heart, purifies all the negativities of mind, and gives us what's called the wisdom initiation, and by that we purify and revitalize all the aspects of the negativities of our own mind. Then after that, we do it again the mantra, and then we visualize white, red, blue, yellow, and green light emanating from the 5 chakras of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa, absorbing together at our 5 chakras, purifying all the negativities of body, speech, mind, quality, and action together, and giving us the initiation, the 4th initiation, or the initiation of the word initiation. So when we do in this way, actually, to understand well the meaning of these 4 initiations is something a little bit more complex. Something that really to understand well we need to go to see, understand better the practices of the Vajrayana, and where we have the 4 initiations, the meaning of them, and so on. But many of you are acquainted when we receive initiations that we have, for example, Kaya, Waka, Chitta, Karma, Guna, Kul, Zahum, Bam, Ho, Atikyanati, Kiti, Soha. When we do with Rinpoche very often the initiations. And then we visualize first white light from the crown, purifying the body, red light from the throat, the speech, blue light from the heart to heart, the mind, yellow from navel to navel, the qualities, green from secret chakra to secret chakra, purifying the action, and then all together, and then finally we have the absorption of Guru Buddha to us. Okay? Here we will do exactly the same process. First we have white, red, blue, then we have all the 5 together, and then we have finally, when we finish this process, there is an emanation of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa and Gyatso Rinpoche and Kedu Rinpoche that comes to us and absorbs into our crown, into ourselves, and we imagine that it blesses our body, speech, and mind, so they may become inseparable and of the same nature of the body, speech, and mind of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa. Okay? No, the 4 initiations are the vase initiation, the secret initiation, the wisdom initiation, and the word initiation. Okay? So, as we receive these 4 initiations, it's actually like, it symbolizes the 4 initiations. We can do it. Normally when we receive an initiation, for example, from our Guru, he's reciting it, we repeat after him, and then he's doing the visualization for us, we do the visualization also. Here we imagine receiving the same initiation from Lama Tsong Kapa himself in front of us. So that's why from his 5 chakras light emanates, absorbing into our 5 chakras, okay? So this visualization actually, it's quite simple for most of us because we are used to receive initiations and in this practice of self-healing. So there's nothing so difficult. But by doing it, we will get more acquainted and more experience out of that. We can also focus more on one specific chakra. In the moment, let's say we have more problem in the heart chakra, we can focus there, or the sacral chakra, or whatever. Okay? We can also focus on that. And as we do and we recite the mantra, we can divide 21 times mantra for each one of them, or 5 times, or 7 times. It's okay. As many times as we want. We divide the visualization through the mantras. Okay? So actually, it is quite simple, this visualization. It's very powerful also. And if we want to make it a little bit more complex, it's possible, but I think we don't need to do that right now. And we can go a little bit through the other 7 visualizations, which are very nice and very simple actually. There is not so complex. Okay? So, the next set of visualizations are the visualizations regarding the development of wisdom. And we have actually 8 different types of visualization, which is the first visualization of purification. And then we have the 7 different sorts of wisdom, which are: the first is the visualization to purify our negativities. Then we have the first wisdom, which is called the vast wisdom. The second wisdom, the second, which is the clear wisdom. The third, the fast wisdom. The fourth, the profound wisdom. Then we have the 3 secondary wisdoms, which are: we have the wisdom of teaching, of explaining. Then we have the 6th, which is the wisdom of debating. And the 7th wisdom, which is the wisdom of composing. Okay? So the visualization is very similar for all of them, slightly different for each one of them. Okay? So we start with the first one, which is the visualization to purify the negativities. So it's like washing. Literally here it says, the visualization, first we need to wash away our negativities. So we visualize in front of us Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa. In the heart of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa is Buddha Manjushri. At the heart of Manjushri is the 6-syllable Hum, blue in color. And at the dot, the 0 that is on top of the Hum, inside of it there is the syllable Mam. Okay? Yellow in color. So, then, from the heart of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa, Gyatso Rinpoche and Kedru Rinpoche, or if for us it's easier, only Lama Tsong Kapa is also okay, we visualize like a flow of white nectar coming from the 3 hearts and uniting into one flow of nectar that goes and enters through our crown chakra, fills completely our body with this white, beautiful nectar. And as the nectar fills our body, all our negativities, all sorts of sicknesses, fear, mental defilements, negative habits, negative karma, all negativities, they completely get out of our body in the form of dirt that get out from every porousness of our body and dissolves into space around us. Okay? So, as we visualize this, we imagine that slowly our body becomes completely pure, just as crystal, transparent and pure as crystal, without any sort of impurity. So this is the first visualization, and we do this as we recite the mantra of Lama Tsong Kapa. Okay, it's quite simple. If we want, we can do only this visualization also. We don't need to do this set of visualizations. We can do them alternatively. We can do only one of them to put emphasis. We don't need necessarily to do all the set together. Okay? So, this is the first visualization, very clear, very powerful one also. Then we will go to the next ones, which are the visualization of the wisdoms. After the visualization of the purification, we go to the specific visualizations of the 7 wisdoms. Okay? The visualization of the 7 wisdoms are actually very similar because we always have Lama Tsong Kapa with Manjushri, the syllable Hum, the syllable Mam. And instead of a white nectar, we have a yellow, actually like orange nectar, coming from the heart of Lama Tsong Kapa and Gyatso Rinpoche and Kedru Rinpoche, making one flow of nectar, coming to our crown and filling our whole body with this orange nectar. Okay? And the visualization is the same in this sense. The only difference is that according to the different wisdom, we imagine the particles of the nectar in a different way. So it's like if we look from far away, it looks exactly the same. But if we go very, very nearby, like with a microscope, we go nearby the nectar and we look with a microscope, we'll see the particles in different ways. The first wisdom, which is the vast wisdom, the particles of the nectar are like infinite Buddhas of wisdom Manjushri. So imagine there's many Buddhas of wisdom Manjushri coming inside this nectar to us and filling our body completely. Then the second wisdom, which is the wisdom of clearness, the particles are in the form of the syllables of the mantra Om Arapatsanadi. Okay? Then, after that, the third, for the fast wisdom, the particles are in the form of the sixth syllable D, the sixth syllable of wisdom. And then we have the fourth wisdom, in which the particles are in the forms of the the symbols of Manjushri, which is the sword of wisdom and the text of the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. Okay, so imagine this like Tibetan sort of text, this long book. Okay, like we have in the representation of Lama Tsong Kapa. At one side there is the wisdom sword, at the other side there is the text. Okay, so then we imagine the particles are like the wisdom, the swords, and the text of the Perfection of Wisdom. Then after that we have the fifth wisdom, which is the wisdom of explaining, and the particles are in the forms of the texts of the Perfection of Wisdom. Then the sixth wisdom, which is the wisdom of debating, in which the particles are in the form of a will of swords, which is many swords, one on the side of the other, that makes a wheel of swords. So imagine many, many, many very small wheels of swords that come to us in the form of nectar. And then we have the seventh wisdom, which is the wisdom of composing, where the nectar the particles of the nectar are in the form of wheels of texts. So we have these volumes, these texts of the Perfection of Wisdom, and each one of them, they go like around together. They make a wheel, and then this wheel of texts are the particles of the nectar in the wisdom of composing. So as we can see, the important part is, as we do each one of this, and we do the visualization, we request the blessings, and we imagine that we receive the blessings in order to have clearness, to be able to have a vast wisdom, to understand each and every aspect of the teachings, to have clearness in order not to create confusion between one part and the other, to have fast mind that can understand one thing after the other, to have a profound mind that can understand the most deeper aspects of the teachings, to be able to explain things in a clear way, to be able to debate clearly, and to compose clearly. Okay? So this is basically what the intention that we put together. So as we can see, the visualizations themselves are quite simple. They're not so complicated. And as we do this visualization, we actually, we simply imagine that we develop this many wisdoms, okay? And we can do one visualization, we can do the other, or we can do all of them together. We choose how to do it, okay? So as we see, it's quite simple. It's not that difficult also. Bene. So, after concluding the recitation of the mantra, we do the requests to realize the gradual path to enlightenment, which we call meditation on the gradual path to enlightenment, requesting the blessings to it. So at this point, normally the prayer that we mostly do together with the Guru Yoga of Lama Tsong Kapa is this text written by Lama Tsong Kapa called Yönten Shigurma, or the Foundation of All Good Qualities, which basically the meaning why it's called the Foundation of All Good Qualities is because the first line of the text says the foundation of all good qualities. That's how the text starts, okay? That's why it's called in this way also. But it's very common. And sometimes the title of the text is given based on the first line of the text. So, but what we do here is we do this meditation on the gradual path to enlightenment. We can also recite here the three main aspects of the path if we want, or we can recite verse 84 of the Guru Puja. We can do in different ways, okay? But what we are going to do here is that as we recite the verses, and I advise everyone to read in their own language, in this case in English or in Italian or Portuguese or whatever. You can do also the Tibetan, but then after you recite, you read it in your own language. And then as you read it, you imagine light and nectar coming from the heart of Guru Buddha, Lama Tsong Kapa, to our heart, and blessing our mental continuum for us to develop that aspect. So I will just read the first verse, and it says, Yonde kungi shirgyur chinchenje tsushin tembalamgi tsawaru lekbartone beba tumai kupa chembu tempra jingilo. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and venerable Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. So, at this point, we reflect upon the importance of relying correctly upon the Guru, and so on. And here we can go through each one of the verses and we can meditate on each one of these points. We can stop in it, and we can remain, and we can reflect upon that also, and we can take some time, or we simply recite it more fast. And as we go through it, we imagine light and nectar coming from the heart of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa and blessing our mind stream so that we may be able to develop such qualities. Okay. But we are not going to go through this whole text now because we have simply no much time for that. So we can jump to page number 20. Once we have finished the meditation on the gradual path to enlightenment, we go to the conclusion of the practice, which is the final absorption in page number 19. Sorry, page number 20. The Guru absorption. When we go to the Guru absorption, the prayer that we will do is Palden Sawe Lama Rinpoche Dagi Chiwar Pede Deshon Laka Renche Mogone Jetun De Kunun Tugen Wonro Tsedu So, and so on. We do this 3 times. And as we do this, what we visualize is that we request Guru Buddha in front of us, please come and remain with us. Come and absorb, come to our heart and remain with us at every moment. As we do the request, we visualize that Gyatsa Rinpoche and Kedu Rinpoche absorb into Lama Tsong Kapa. As they absorb into Lama Tsong Kapa, the flowers on the side of Lama Tsong Kapa, they transform, the right one transforms into Avalokiteshvara, the left one, not the sword transforms into Avalokiteshvara, the text transforms into Vajrapani. Then the 2 thrones absorb into the throne of Lama Tsong Kapa. Then we invite Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa to come to our crown to bless us. And they come, Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa become near to us until he becomes small like a thumb. And then he sits at our crown looking at the same direction as we look. Then slowly he comes down, enters, sits in our crown chakra, and all the negativities of our crown chakra purified like light emanates and purify completely our crown chakra. Then after, in the second prayer, he comes down to our throat, purifying all the negativities of our speech and purifying completely our throat chakra. Then in the third prayer, he comes down to our heart. At our heart, there is a blue lotus flower with 8 petals, symbolizing the indestructible drop, symbolizing our heart chakra, in which is the indestructible drop, which is made of the white and red bodhicitta. So we have the sun cushion, and the moon cushion, which symbolizes the male and female energy that we have since the time of conception, of that form, the very subtle drop, where is our very subtle mind. So when Guru Buddha comes and sits at our heart chakra, our body, speech, and mind, very subtle, becomes inseparable with the very subtle body, speech, and mind of Guru Buddha. At this moment, we experience this expansion of consciousness. It's like if our mind becomes infinite, and we experience extreme joy and wisdom and compassion. It's like our mind, body, speech, and mind, in a very subtle level, becomes inseparable with that of Guru Buddha. So we experience this expansion of consciousness. Okay? And we can stay in that state as long as we can. After that, we imagine that slowly the lotus flower closes. Inside of it, it remains 5 lights of the 5 wisdoms going around. And then from the heart of Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa at our heart emanates one Vajra that closes and seals the lotus on top. And as it seals, from it comes one mantra, like a rope. This mantra goes around and it ties the lotus, protecting it. And the mantra that goes around is the mantra Om Arapatsana Di Guru Shri Bhadra Sumati Kirti Guru Shri Bhadra Siddhi Atishtana Atishtiti Kurbantu. Okay? So this mantra is going around and it keeps the lotus closed. Then after, when we will do the practice again, the lotus will open again, and then we will invite Guru Buddha again to our heart, and so on. The very important thing is, as Guru Buddha is in our heart, everything that we do in our daily life, when we eat, we make the offerings to Guru Buddha that is in our heart. When we have a beautiful and a pleasurable moment, we dedicate and we offer that to Guru Buddha at our heart. When we have a difficult moment, we take refuge to Guru Buddha that is in our heart, and we remember the teachings and so on. We request the blessings. All the time we connect again and again to Guru Buddha at our heart during our daily life. For example, something that is like in my case at this moment, when I am in a situation where people come and do prostrations to me. So what we visualize, I visualize that Guru Buddha is in my heart, what I should visualize, that Guru Buddha is in my heart, and that the prostrations are done to Guru Buddha at my heart and not to me. So these are many ways how we can use this visualization in our daily life, okay? So if we are and someone praises us, instead of taking the praise and saying, oh, how special I am, we direct this praise to Guru Buddha at our heart in a way for us not to develop pride, okay? So to have Guru Buddha always present with us, it's so beautiful, so powerful, so joyful. And this we should always remember at every moment, okay? Whatever we do, wherever we are. So with this we conclude the part of the absorption. It's the same visualization that we do when we do the absorption of the merit field in the Guru Puja. The only difference is that here we have Kiru Rinpoche and Gyatso Rinpoche absorbing. In the Guru Puja we have a whole bunch of old Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Dakas, Dakinis, protectors, so many that they all absorb into Guru Buddha Lama Tsong Kapa that comes and absorbs and sits in our heart, okay? And before doing the absorption, we can do other practices also. We can do self-healing, we can do Yamantaka, we can do any other practice that we wish to do before we do the absorption. When we finish all the practices, before stopping and going for stopping the meditation and going for our daily activities, then we do the absorption to our heart, and after that we do the dedications. Okay? So I think with this we can conclude for today. There will be much more to say, but I think it's enough for today. And then we will have other occasions where we can go into more details also about other aspects of the practice, okay? So now we will just do the dedications as we have here in the Guru Yoga of Lama Tsong Kapa, and after we do the conclusion of the Guru Puja with the absorption, okay? So Maria Cristina asked me to give the transmission of Ganden Lha Ghiema. I will do it quickly, okay? Ganden Lha Ghiema do Ganden Rabga Josa Punre Se Chuki Gabo Kongia Los Andras Sedan Sheba Ne De Jesu So Dungi Nam Gaseri Bene De Jesu Lama Gebe Zongar Jada Lo De Bezona Shinjo To Demba Geji Kege Judo So Sheche Kungu Jabe Lo Do Gezana We Kingiro Jesu Rabe Bege Lame Zebe Ko Tondo Rebe Dende La Jasa Yuon Joyo Na So Medo Dari Shindu Bona Seri Jesu Mosha Yiro Jorin Gezo De Sona Shinjo Ke La Joba Bo Kanshi Tome Tune Saba Ilunga Imik Lunga Yige Mige Chike Dan Keber Don Bazung Gemi Do Jonine Keba Rabo So Shani Medo Di Mando La So Joke Babe De Jodo Ye Kombo Kyoge La Jasen Bala Da Jasan Bada Be Irango Chezun Lama Damba Gena Ke Choko Kala Kenze De Ne Jedar Sampe De De Mala Sam Ke Joke Charba To So Namda We Se Yin Le Shenba Yi Sunjo Kula Chanu Mingaya Tame Nango Sugura Ba Ye Se De Bardo Mino Tembrashu Dagi Jine Sabe Ke Wadi De Roba Kula Kabe Da Kebra Chezun Losan Raba Ye Tembe Nimborando Se Jejo Saje Peke Juji Medo Rare Legeni De Gemba De Sange Jindo Mi De Wargi Roko Namda Shin La Jabra Choi Dan Guru Namanda La Kam Nire Dayami Mime Sabe De Jere Se Trime Kembe Wambo Jambele Andu Malo Janda Same Da Kaje Kebe Tuke Tunga Balo San Rabe Shabla Sawade Oma Guru Puja Dara Suma De Kirti City Yonde Kungi Shigyo Rinche Tunjine Balam Ke Zawaro Leba Tone Beba De Mai Kuba Chimbo De Barjenge Lolen Jebe De Weten Sati Shindu Nyeka Do Shigyo Nini Sekundu Bolem Belo Kinche Meba Ki Warjenge Lolen Loso Yawa Chui Jibo Shinyu Do Jibe Shiva Rembada Shiva Jesu Lura Remashin Kanale De Shidra Lang Eba Tempo Nyene Nyebe Sura Shitrawanam Ke Boada Ke Sota Rupa Jebala Tato Bada De Barjenge Lo Chibe Mingo Dunga Kungi Ko Ide Miro Zibe Puto Ke Nyimere Tabe De Wala Tunyera Chembo Ke Barjenge Lo Namda Sambate Ramba Renda Shishin Bayo Jembo Tembe Sawa Sota Bala Rupa Nyimbo Jabrajenge Lo Rani Zolua Jishin to Magi Ruwa Kungi Ruwa Tone Ruwa Ruwa Kungi Tenjo Asemjo Jabrajenge Lo Asemzaki Surina Zola Kumamina Janjo Miro Bale Bartone Bebadu Rupa Le Aparatone Gese Tombala Sombrabo Barjenge Lo Bayula Yewa Shishi Yanda Dola Tushin Temba Shinela Sondre Vela Sunyo Nurgula Kiwarjengelo Tumolam Janu de Gubana, Teba Kongi Shigure, Kazaki, Jongo Damba de la New to Jubarjengelo. His Engoran Nubeshi and Danazidomazonala. Chimami bengo banye gyune, chimami benge banye gyurne, sotan dote somar jingilo, tine gyude nimborim nyege, nena jishin tone tomba ye tunshe, nejo chole miyowa, tambe sunshi drubar jingilo, tedar lomsa, tembe shinye da, sushi drubar runa shade shin, chidanange bardo chobe so, nyora shivar jingilo doso, kiwa kundu yanda lama tandrame jogi, pelalon jujin sadalam gi yuntere sonne, toje jange gobar nyodo. Pandean sawe lama rinpoche dagi jiwa pete dejo la karin jemo kone je sonde kuson toki ngon roze dosa pande sawe lama rinpoche dagi rimba pete dejo la karin jemo kone je sonde kuson toki ngon roze shudan tuma ngon roze dosa pande sawe lama rinpoche dagi nyinga pete dejo la karin jemo kone je sonde janjo nyimbo bardo tembra umara patsana di guru shri bharatsa si di arishtana atrishti di kurban to tera kondo kyawa sanga pete dejo shinye ngon roze peto kyawe nga pelam sa tini la keche samyan topa ma gyur chi. So then we do now the final dedication. So we just do now the dedication in page number 21. Lama Tsong Kapa tekcho shenye ngosu tsepetu gyawe ngakpe lamsan tenyele Kechi tsamyan do paramagyurchi. In all my lives, through the victorious one, Tsong Kapa, acting in person as the Mahayana Guru, may I never turn aside for even an instant from the excellent path praised by the victorious ones. Tedara sol wa tape lama cho chingi lam chinke shin chi worjan laryan ke pe me siodrulam shav se cha Tempar Guru Buddha si siede gioiosamente al nostro cuore su un fior di lotto di 8 petali e rimane lì con noi per guidarci in ogni momento, per guidarci in ogni parola che diciamo, in ogni pensiero che abbiamo, in ogni decisione che prendiamo. Targi pe nam karge wa yan tu sun de she se che tam che gi ze pa me la ma lu dru pa dan long to tam cho zin pe gyu ru ngo te i tu le se ra kun tu da Tekcho korlo shida midreshin Nge chun chan sem yanda tawadam Rimni lam tarchin shu Sishinam karachi nyege tsengi Tendir mi shi kuba kundre Ne kavtar gele nam ketso punso pelar pe trashisho kungen lo san trape chegiter lab sunam da tse chidrublatsun ne chorab chun so gi yon kanwen Tup te yun tu ne betra shisho Tu ne lama la cho la so wa ta pe lo san tra pa yi Chin lav shu ne shen den hung gi dru Lo san dor che changi tra shisho Dogu jorwa yargi sotarpe Kyo merigi del drogun cheme Ninsen lo san tampe chogida Punso pe la repetra Trasmission. Nam gi tene chanchu par ki dangi gyurge wachi sapa shindir jetsun tampe sogiku gyurme dorje tarten trashisho. Mime serve tercenceresi Dime kempe wampo champelia dupo malu jomse samweda kanchen